Hi, welcome back to Oakys Garage. I noticed on YouTube there wasn't any videos for respoking or relacing a motorcycle wheel, so today I figured we'd show you how to do that. And what we have here is a 1965 Honda CA 95 that I'm restoring, and it's a 150cc, and so I'm going to do all the rims and wheels, completely rebuild them, and so I bought this rim. This is an aftermarket rim from Taiwan, uh, Union Cycle, and they're about with the spokes and everything, shipping and all that, which is about half the price of the shipping, is about $200. And so this was the rim we're going to use. In this case, I couldn't find a stock Honda rim because you can still find old stock, new old stock, and sometimes you can luck out and get that. And we got this the hub, and we sandblasted the hub down and primed it and uh, painted it, clear coated it. There is different ways of doing this. I've seen people, when it's in better condition, you can buff it back out and clear coat it. And this one was kind of far gone, and uh, just ended up to be the way I usually do these, because they usually come out looking like a brand new part. So that's the way I do things here. And so these DID spokes that come with it, well, actually you got to buy them separately, but it comes with a nipple set and the spokes. You separate out your inners and your outer spokes. The difference being that you notice on the outer spoke has a perfect 90-degree angle, and that is this one. These are going to be all your outer spokes. And then the inner spoke has a slightly different angle, a little bit less than 90 degrees. And those are going to be all your inner spokes. And the reason that is because just the way they sit in here, you see that you want them both to end up facing and connecting to the rim at approximately the center of the hub. So that's right about there. One other thing that I noticed the last time I did a set of these wheels is that the nipples didn't fit in the holes, which is not really super uncommon for buying new rims, and you have to drill out the holes a little bit more. So what I did is I just took a measurement of that. It was about 6.5, a little over 6.5 millimeters, and I found a drill that was about 6.5 or something like that, and drilled all these holes out. I already did that, and so those will all accept the nipples. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to take this outer spoke out, because all the inner ones have to be put in first. The outer ones cannot be put in before all the inner ones are in. So we're going to take that outer one out, and we're going to take all these inner ones. We're going to call them inner ones because they kind of go to the inside of the rim, inside of the hub. So we're going to take all those, and we're going to put those all in. Every other hole is going to get one of these inners. Okay, and we got all these in on this side, all the inners. So we're going to take this and we're going to flip it over. And we're going to make these all angle back. And we're going to start on this side, and we're going to look across here, and you're going to see that these are offset to each other. So what you want to do is go back one, and that's going to be the spoke that goes forward on this side. So we'll send that through here, make that go back. Every other hole, just like the other side. Make sure you're using the right angle ones, the ones with a not quite 90-degree on it. If you keep them separate, it's a lot easier. And we're getting to our last one here. And we got to take them and straighten them all out again, make sure they're all going the right angles. The ones from the other side should be going back. See, they kind of twist themselves, so kind of get yourself in trouble if you don't straighten them out now. So you make all those go back. All the ones from the other side should go that way. And there we are. And then these that you just put on from this side, these should all go the opposite way. They're all going to try to flop around out of control, but it's really easy to knock these around. Just make sure all of these are going forward and you're pretty much ready to start putting it on your rim. Okay, so we got our spokes all laid out here, approximately laying out the right way, all in the right angles. Like I say, this one in the inner is supposed to go back, and this one that's just barely in back of it, as you look down at it, that's going to go forward. And we're going to look at our rim, and we're going to see that there's 4 different style holes that are drilled in this rim. There's one that comes in from this side, from that angle, and there's one that comes in from this side on that angle. There's one that comes in from this other side on that angle, and from this side on this angle. So those are really the only 4 angles you got to deal with. So you pretty much take one of these that's heading in that direction, and you go over, and the one that's going to correspond to that one is going to be this one right here, because it's the right angle for going up to this side. And we're going to put a nipple on there just to hold it in place, and then we're going to skip 3 holes, and that should be the right one again. And we'll just keep going around, skipping every 3rd hole until we get them all on this side. Alright, we approach our last one on this side. Now you want to make sure that this other side, these are all supposed to be, now these all got turned, a lot of them did, out of where they're supposed to be. So, just as reference, before we flip this over, I'm just going to kind of hold on to this rim, to this spoke, and hold on to the rim like that, so you know that you don't make a mistake, and this one's supposed to be in back of this one that's headed the other way. So just to make sure we don't mess that up, I just kind of hold that as we turn it over and make sure that stays facing the right way. So, okay, your angle should all tell you that that's right, and that looks right. And then there's going to be 6 spokes in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and now we come around to our very last one. We did have to drill out these holes a little bit more, like 7 point, I think it was 7.29 millimeters. The holes weren't quite big enough, and the angles wouldn't land on right, and so, all right. So now we got our inners all done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the outers, which are the 45-degree angle ones. and those are going to go, we're going to shove them through the other side, make them the outers, and you're going to notice they're going to cross, like right down here, and then about midway with the next spoke. And it pretty much tells you right there, just by it landing, lining up correctly, that that's got to be the right hole right here for it. So we jiggle this around a little, we're going to see that that lines up nicely. And we're going to start all our outers. We're just going to put those on a couple threads. And then we're going to start putting all our outer spokes in, just the same as we did the other side. There might be a little bit of paint on here that keeps these from coming in too smoothly, but they will shove through. And like I say, just skip 3 like we did before, and you can see that it just wants to line up nice. It's kind of the only way to do it. And we just keep going around the same thing, and we'll just do that on both sides, and I'll get back here right when I'm on the last one. Okay, we got our last spoke in. As you can see, it's all laced up now. So tune in next time and we will show you how to true the wheel. Have a nice day.